Take 1, episode 3?
I think so, yeah. 1, 2, 3, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe we're already on to episode 3.
We're on it, guys. We're on
What
it,
the
period.
Well, welcome back.
To the Unfiltered Femmes.
Ooh, I like that. We should always
Finish
do
each
that.
other's.
Sentences!
That's what I was gonna say! Oh my god, I'm turning into a fucking Disney adult. There's this video, I think I sent it to you, like, I'm gonna tell the audience because it's funny. There's like this person like tweaking, and it was like the girl like hyperventilating, and like the caption was like POV, like you see a Disney adult find a hidden Mickey in their fucking divorce papers.
Yeah, I saw that.
I laughed so hard.
Girl, I swear the Disney adults be too much.
They be doing the most, and
We should make an episode just talking about
like
that.
Those two influencers on TikTok, a twink and a redhead, that's their like that's their podcast, but they were talking about Disney adult swingers. Apparently the app's called Swingers on Main.
Girl.
We should do our research and get back to our viewers.
No, honestly, yeah.
I do want to do like a research thing like that, like and like
No,
talk
yeah.
about it.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We have so many like ideas and shit that we want to film like for different episodes. Especially we were talking about our Halloween episodes.
Yeah.
Because like all the whole month of October we want to like do costumes and we're gonna film like
That's
a video.
when we'll film like the video. Yeah.
Because I think it'd be really cute and we can make the background like all fun.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be iconic. But anyway, today's topic is a very funny one, and we're gonna go back in the past like we always do.
That's our life. You know, that's us though.
Yeah,
Like,
and I love it.
again, tea for everybody.
Yeah, I love it. But we're gonna be telling everybody our most embarrassing stories. Like, we took our time and like wrote them down on our note, and I think this episode is gonna be pretty funny. Like
This one, this will take the cake.
because we're always talking about like really like not dark, but like
But like serious topics.
Yeah, so it's
and I think
nice.
this one's like lighthearted and fun.
it's refreshing.
It is. Because I feel like each one of our like last season especially was definitely just our therapy sessions
Oh,
because
yeah.
we couldn't afford like BetterHelp or anything.
Please.
Do you always just see the ads on YouTube when you're like watching like I don't know like sets or like
God, yes.
me watching body cam footage and now it's just a bunch of political ads?
It's gonna be the whole fucking rest of the year.
God, I'm not ready for it.
But anyway, we have our list pulled up, and we'll get into each one. We got about like 4 each. Yeah, I just read the Kindle Fire for it. You need to talk about that one first because it's just so funny.
Okay, so I guess I'll work from bottom to top. So this was probably like I want to say like when I was like 10, 11, so it was like either 2011, 2012
Mhm.
or maybe like 13, I don't know. But so like my mom, she is obsessed with every Apple product. There is a caboose to this train of thought, I promise. But so she got an iPad, and so she decided to give me her Kindle Fire because she just didn't like it, and she was like, "Okay, here, have this, whatever." So I discovered porn, probably like 2nd, 3rd grade, which is really young, but like I feel like kids like discovered it like way earlier, like especially
like-
people like our age.
Yeah, from
Like-
our age like to now, I can't
Mhm.
even imagine now.
My God, you know, fucking 8-year-olds to be having debit cards and
That's
like
crazy.
fucking like iPhones and shit. Which kind of correlates because like I've gotten in a few instances where I got caught watching porn, and my parents are ultra religious,
Yeah.
so it was like bad. Like if it was a normal parent, I feel like, oh, you know, it makes sense to like you're curious and all that shit.
Right.
Not my parents. They wanted me to be fucking abstinent all the way up to like marriage. Obviously that's not the case. So, but anyway, so there was a day, this is like a couple months after I discovered porn.
It's so funny.
Literally all day, all I could watch is gay porn. But it was raining, it was snowing, whatever. I was bored, so yeah, I'm gonna watch porn. And so, it was so funny though, because like I was like scrolling through like Google Photos, looking at naked men,
So real.
peens and ass, you know. And my my Kindle freezes, and I'm like freaking out. Okay, so like I am.
Paint the picture.
What?
I said paint the picture.
Okay, so it was a snowy day in Colorado. It was like a snow day. And Luke was downstairs. That's my brother. Luke was downstairs playing Epic Mickey on the TV because we had a Wii. My mom was in her room. Emma was in her room. We're all just doing our own thing, and I was watching porn. And so it freezes, and I literally like have a panic attack. I literally go into panic attack mode. I throw my Kindle under my bed, go downstairs, play Epic Mickey for like a good like fucking like 40 minutes, go back upstairs. The picture's still on there. The Kindle did not turn off. The Kindle was like, no.
Wait, like, was it like dying? Like, what was the
No,
percentage?
okay, like it was fully charged. It was just old. So it just like got stuck on that screen, and I think my search history was too much for it. Because did you ever own like a Kindle Fire?
No.
Okay, so it was weird because like it didn't run like on an Android system or like like Apple system.
Yeah.
So the whole layout was just weird. It looked like a bookshelf for like all the apps, like
I knew what it looked like.
yeah.
Yeah.
And this was like the first generation Kindle Fire because I remember the second one came out and I was like, oh, I want that one because it's got a camera.
Yeah.
But so I had the old one, so it was hanging on by a thread. And I brought it everywhere with me. I think I even brought it to Prospect Ridge a couple times, like once I fixed it, and then I got like an iPad. But so it froze, and so I was downstairs.
Under the bed.
I went back upstairs to check on it. Still the same thing. Went back downstairs. Meanwhile, I'm having like a panic attack while I'm playing Epic Mickey. I'm just trying to play my Epic Mickey and chill, you know. And so I go upstairs. I'm so ridden with guilt at this point that I literally take it to the sink in the bathroom and like try to drop water on it to like purposely break it. That didn't work either. And so I literally was like, I gotta do something. So I literally threw it at the wall and it hit the corner. So the corner of my Kindle was in my wall. It was just sitting there. I literally was like hoping it would just like smash into pieces. Because, you know, that's science.
This should be a Kindle fucking ad. The fact that it still works.
No, because, you know, what's funny is like, no, this was when I was younger because I did bring it to Prospect Ridge because it did work at one point. It was indestructible. And
Wait, so how did your mom get it?
I gave it to her.
I
brought it to her. I took it out of the wall. I brought it to her because I was so ridden with guilt and I just could not keep the secret in. You know me, I'm like a decent person. And she took it from me and every other electronic I had, my iPhone, she even took my DS away.
Wait, so when you gave her the Kindle, was the picture still up? Oh my, yeah?
Yep, it was. Full frontal nudity. It was so funny. And my mom was just like, I'm glad you told me, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Fast forward now, my mom's like, chill. So I think she was just so trapped in her own, like, bubble. And she didn't know what to... This was so new for her.
That's still really embarrassing for you, though, because, like, you were a kid and... Like,
I had to go to therapy.
Yeah.
I had to be put on meds.
Yeah.
Because they were, like... my mom was, like, super ultra-religious. She's better now. Like, she's still religious, but, like, I think me existing totally changed her perspective on things. Because we had, like, a really good talk before we moved to Indiana.
Yeah.
Like at a restaurant, and she's like, I'm so happy that you just like don't give a fuck what people think. And I'm like, period.
Yeah.
Like, you know how I do.
That's all there is to it.
And but like when that first started happening, she just didn't know what to do, and it was just so like new and confusing for her. So, and then she got that's when she pulled out her iPad mini. I was like, oh, did you get a new iPad? She's like, yeah, that's why I gave you the Kindle. And I was like, oh, I mean, it was still something. So, like,
Yeah.
it's fine. But, yeah, of course, the Kindle turned off when she pushed the button. Girl, that was a whole train ride. And then I had therapy for, like, a long time.
Oh my
So,
girl.
and it wasn't just any therapist, it's a Christian therapist. So, they're like, stay abstinent, stay pure. I'm like, bro, I'm
Girl,
literally
I
11. I'm
can't.
just curious.
That's so funny.
It all started because I was like looking at like cute outfits on like whatever, and I saw like a porn ad pop up in the top right corner of my screen on a computer. This was like months or like a year before. That's how I discovered porn. Dancing Bear on Pornhub.
We gotta love Dancing Bear.
It was literally just like a strip club with a bunch of hot men in like a bear costume.
Wonder if we can find it.
I'm curious now. I'm looking it up right now. If it's still up, I'm gonna laugh. I will show you. You will think it's so funny. But yeah, that's how like I discovered all of the porn.
Yeah.
And that's how I discovered a vagina. Because I thought when I was younger, I thought that women only did their business in one hole. And I discovered there's videos. I'm surprised it's still like a thing.
It must be like a.
It's like one of those like strip clubs that like like it's like super inclusive. It's like totally like like activity. So, but anyway, yeah, that was that story.
I don't even know. I feel like mine are also like gross. They're just like disgusting. Did you read mine?
No, hold on. Let me pull it up.
I'll talk about the Matt one because it's next year's.
And then I'll go on to Mickey because I feel like that kind of follows through.
Yeah. So, one of my embarrassing stories, it was from a past situationship that I had, and he, for some reason, thought it was a good idea to go to Sedona, which, like, it's, for people who don't know, it's like 2.5-hour drive from where we're at, and me and him went up there for like a night trip. We like stayed the night, whatever. It was nice.
Yeah.
But like for a situationship, I feel like that's kind of weird. Anyway. So, at the time we weren't very like exclusive. Like we didn't like have any labels or anything, and we weren't like serious or whatever. My Delulu ass thought it was. So
I mean, he took you to Sedona though. Like that's like relationship shit.
Right. Well, keep in mind, guys, this guy is very awkward, and like he's the. Let me paint the picture.
He paints too.
He paints too. That's so funny.
Let him paint the picture.
He's very like artsy, like how do I like a millennial type
He's
of
a
guy.
Picasso.
Yeah, he's like very awkward. Like he doesn't say much. He's very shy. Like he was the type of guy like not to order.
Almost kind of timid.
Yeah. So, we didn't talk about serious shit a lot because he was like that, and that's fine. Whenever I'm gonna respect that. Well, we get to Sedona. We're like, so we get to the cabin or whatever, and we get settled in. I'm like unpacking my bags. I'll never forget it. And I like sit on the bed because I was just like, oh, like done of being in the car or whatever. So I just sat on the bed, and he like sat like on the other side of the bed, and he started looking at me, and he's just like, come here. And so we started hugging, and then we started kissing, and then we like laid down together, and then he like looked at me dead in the eyes, and he goes, do you find me attractive? And
what?
And I literally was so thrown off because I was like, first of all, you're gonna take me 2.5 hours away from my house and then ask me a question like that? Like, what if I said no? Like, what?
Like, what if he left you stranded there?
Yeah, like what the fuck? And like there was definitely some flaws in it, and I definitely could have said no.
Did you pause? Like, did you hesitate?
I know. But I was like, why would you? I didn't even answer. I was just like, why would you say that? Like, what? Why would you ask me that? And he was like, well, I don't know. I'm just wondering. And it was like very awkward. Like once he said that because he just like brought the vibe down, and then we like shortly after that we had sex and shit, and like it was just so like awkward. And then when in the morning time, this is also embarrassing, but when we woke up, when you are at an Airbnb, checkout's usually pretty early. So like it was like 9 a.m. and we had to like leave by then. So we like woke up early as fuck. I'm like getting everything together. He's like, we should take a quick shower. And I was like, okay. And so we go into the bathroom, and first of all, this guy works at Apple, right? So he's very like tech savvy, whatever. So me being me, I just bring my phone in the bathroom and I put it on the
Counter.
the counter, yeah. And he's like, "Don't put your phone in the bathroom like that when the shower's on." Like, why? He's like, "The steam is gonna clog up the speakers. You can't put it in the bathroom." And I was like, "Are you being serious right now?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he grabbed my phone and he like brought it out to the kitchen. I was like,
What the
"Bro,
fuck?"
what the fuck?" But anyway, we get to the shower, and then he obviously was trying to fuck. And
Well, yeah, like why else would you take a shower?
Yeah, we're in the shower, and his dick like was not going in. Like
Too tight.
Yeah, my pussy was like way too tight, and like it was not working, and he was getting so frustrated because.
Please tell me, was he like grunting?
Kinda, yeah. He was really mad, and like our checkout was like really early, so we were trying to hurry. It was literally like probably like 30 minutes after our checkout. Like we were supposed to be gone.
Yeah.
And like we were still like wet and towels
Ooh.
because he was still trying. So yeah, that was one of my embarrassing ones. That's definitely probably the least craziest ones that I have to tell today, but I thought that one was funny to mention.
That one is funny. But okay, so speaking like men say the most awkward things.
I know.
Most awkward things. And this guy, I've talked about him before. His name is Mickey. Which that's another story I'll bring up maybe next time, like the next podcast. But he came over, and I think this was when you were out of town. We were fucking on the couch, right where I'm sitting. Let me paint a picture. Should that be like our line for like
every time we talk
about anything? Okay. Well, anyway, so I was sitting on the couch. He had me in like missionary, right? And he looks at me and goes, mind you, man was like doing all sorts of, he was doing the most. Anyway, he had 4 fingers out me. 4, didn't clip his fucking fingernails. Like, bro.
Oh my god.
And I was like in pain at this point, and I was done. I was just done for the night. I was like, I can't do this anymore. But he literally goes and looks at me and goes, "How did you get so big?" I'm like, I straight up was like, "Excuse me?" And he's like, "What?" I was just asking. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know. How did you get so fucking tall, like Bigfoot?
Yeah, like why would he ask you that? And also that's really degrading.
That's so degrading. Cause he's like one of those freaks that are after like BBW, like trans woman, any sort of woman. Which again, I think he's got issues with himself, but he needs to work on himself a lot.
Yeah.
But I just looked at him and I was like, "Excuse me, like you don't ask somebody that. Like that's just rude."
Yeah. What did he say?
He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel awkward." I'm like, "Well, now this whole night's awkward."
I swear, like, why do men always do that? Like when you're about to like
things were going good too. Like besides the pain, I was like enjoying myself.
Like they really know how to kill it.
They know how to kill a vibe.
It's so annoying.
Like, come on now. But yeah, it was just not fun. And I guess I could go into like that story too. Like same guy. I was like, this man's dick is like pretty girthy. And he came over another night. We like took a shower together and like we took a bath, like a bath turning into a shower. And I go back to my room, eat his ass, suck his dick a little bit, you know. And his dick is so girthy, I threw up on it. Yeah, it was not. And I didn't say anything. I
I
just
remember you told me about it when you
like at first I couldn't say anything, but like I didn't want him to like grab his dick and be like, "Why does it smell like bad?"
Right.
And I
Was it
so
a lot of throw up?
a little, yeah. But like I tried like pulling it in and like I literally
Yeah.
went like and then, like
The listeners are probably like, what the fuck?
you know, like that sound.
Yeah.
I was trying to literally
Like slurp it up.
yeah. It
Ew.
was so I literally went to the back after that I was like I will be right back. I literally went to like throw up in the toilet. And it wasn't him, like it's just his dick was so big and I have like a really bad gag reflex.
Yeah.
So it's just like it
I
was
get it.
embarrassing. And so like I went in and I went to brush my teeth. And he was probably like, what the fuck is taking this bitch so long? But I was like, sorry. I was like, your dick's just too much. Like I was trying to like play it off cool.
Yeah.
Like give him an ego boost at the same time.
Well, especially when it's just a hookup, I feel like that's really like, what are you supposed to do? It's not like you can talk about
At least I was like in the house.
Yeah.
Like if it was anywhere else,
Yeah, like if you were at his house.
girl,
Yeah.
that would have been like so embarrassing and bad. Which is weird
Yeah.
though, because like I think his dick kind of like I got used to it because I'm so much better at sucking dick. No, because like a couple weeks later, I met that guy Jordan, and I sucked his dick, and I was completely fine.
Yeah, you do get used to it.
Yeah, so it's just like,
Man, I got the fucking 9-incher going down my throat now.
girl, you probably don't even have gag reflex anymore.
Oh no, I do.
That's what makes it hot, though. I feel like blow bubbles on it, and
Yeah.
call it a day. No, because Jordan's was about 9 as
Yeah.
well, so which I can handle it.
I
'cause,
feel like I've known it, like off topic, but like I feel like when my trick is when it's a big dick, you have to swallow it, like actually, like you're eating.
oh yeah, no, that's what I do.
Because your gag reflex won't.
Because like I'll be like,
react.
and then I'll go like,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
swallow it.
so it's
Just a tip.
that,
Any girlies
or like,
out there.
and if it's too much, I'll go like on the side
Yeah, that's what I
and
do
like
too.
the other side, and like that's
'Cause
when
they
I
don't even pay attention.
that's when I suck balls, you know. So because I do like balls, I'm not even gonna lie. I know this is a lot, guys, but
I feel like most women do have a fucking weird period story.
oh yeah,
But mine actually involves PRA, which is even more funny.
I swear they couldn't grasp a period even if they tried to.
No. But I'll never forget it. It was at the time where so this is kind of off topic, but I need to explain this to you guys. But I didn't actually start my period until I was like 17. But when I was in middle school, I was having like this weird like spotting thing because I had a lot of problems with my kidneys and my uterus.
Yeah.
So it wasn't shedding necessarily, but it was still bleeding.
Yeah,
It wasn't a period though, and it would come like randomly. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't coming once a month. It was coming like
it wasn't like scheduled,
right,
almost.
yeah. And it was because I had a lot of kidney infections and like UTIs and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just a medical disorder
If
that I
anything,
had.
it probably came out of your urethra, not your
Yeah,
canal.
yeah. So I just said period because it just
Yeah.
So anyway, well, since I didn't know when it was scheduled or coming, I was in English class.
What grade was this?
This had him in 8th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was in honors English that
Okay.
time. Or no, was I in? Yeah, it was 8th grade. It had to have been.
Yeah, because was I
Yeah,
not
I
there?
don't think you were
Yeah, I was
there.
8th grade.
So, these chairs in this room were like kind of light. They were like light blue.
I remember those chairs.
Yeah, and I was wearing, we had a dress code at this school, so it was like very thin, like they weren't khakis, but like girls got away there where you could wear like khaki leggings. And
Oh,
like
were you wearing khaki leggings?
yeah, and they like never would notice because like obviously if you had a shirt on, it was covering the butt where the
Yeah.
buttons were supposed to be, so they wouldn't even know. So, leggings are very thin, and of course they're fucking knockoff khakis, so they're gonna be like
Light,
Shein.
yeah.
Shein quality.
Like jeggings almost.
Yeah. So I just remember sitting in class and it just being really moist, like on the chair. And I like all I'm thinking in my head is like, oh, like it's really hot in here. Like I remember it was the end of the school year and I'm like, oh, I'm like probably just sweating a lot. Well, the way that the tables were set up, it was like in groups of like 4. You know
Or
how
was it
those
like the circle, like the round tables?
you know how those like they were like kind of triangles.
Okay,
Like
yeah, I remember those.
yeah, like
Didn't
in
we
Miss
have them?
Talbot's.
Yeah.
So
Were they all like set up like in one section?
Yeah.
Okay, I know which tables you're talking about.
So I got up like before the bell rang and like I just remember quickly like looking down and there was blood all over my fucking seat and you could see it because
Oh,
it wasn't
God.
like
Was it like a pool?
yeah, it wasn't like a period where it was like thick. It was like
It was like
blood.
straight up blood.
and all I'm like thinking in my head is how the fuck am I gonna manage to like grab a wipe or something to fucking get this like cleaned up real quick and like
Let alone it like bled through your pants.
well that too. I'm pretty sure I remember having a cardigan though. 'Cause
Okay, so you like wrapped it around.
I don't remember like walking up being like,
Yeah.
oh my god. But from what I remember though is like thinking because if I got up, we were in groups, so like the person next to me would obviously see that.
Yeah.
And so
Did you like instantly push the chair in?
no, but I waited so the bell rang. I sat back in the blood. I waited till the bell rang until everybody got out of the classroom. And like I remember it was Miss what's her name? Oh, fuck, I can't even think of her name. Anyway,
Was that Miss Frost? Like, no, that was high school.
yeah, no. I want to say it was Miss Hall. Was it Miss Hall?
She ever had hair?
Yeah.
That was Miss Hall.
Okay. Miss Hall. She was like, Emily, why aren't you getting up? And I was like, oh, like I'm like looking for a book or something. Like I remember just like looking through my bag. And then she like got up off her desk because she was like far from the classroom or like from my desk. And I just like quickly got up and I just looked at the fucking and I'll never forget it, Sam. I literally like want to die. But the next period was like coming in the class. So like obviously people were coming in. I'm not even kidding. Someone goes, who the fuck bled all over the chair?
I bet it was so awkward the next day.
It was so awkward. I was like, oh my god, like, because they knew, like, it was assigned seating. It was a group. So, like, they knew who was sitting there. And, like, I'm sure they told Miss Hall to clean it up.
Yeah.
Or, like, they got the janitor to come.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But like you can't help that.
No, I know. It's just like I feel like back then, like I was in middle school or like
It's embarrassing,
yeah.
like for you, not like now it's like a natural thing.
Yeah.
But like I get it. No, that's crazy though.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay, so anyway, not anyway, like going on to the next story, I guess. Me and we like to make shenanigans, especially me at this age. I was
Especially
very
at
like,
the mall.
oh my god, we loved making scenes at malls. We loved it. Like us at Castle Rock Outlets, you having your pussy out, like like cunt, like slay. But I was in my anime phase at this point in time, y'all. Like hentai and yaoi were huge for me, and like what shows like Fairy Tail and like
slay.
I don't know, like others animes like that. I do like those animes. Like not gonna lie, I love like the aesthetic. Yeah. But anyway, I remember the scene in one of the animes where the men would pick up the women over like the knees and put them over the shoulder, and my fucking dumbass thought I could do that. I thought I had the body strength of like a fucking like I don't know, like super strong man.
Yeah.
And so I was like, what's this? I pick her up. She falls straight to the floor. This is out. So for any of you Colorado listeners, if y'all remember like going into Flatirons, the Disney store was like right there. Right outside of the Disney store on the second floor. right in front of a man, like this grown man. I pick her up, M falls straight to the floor.
Well, because you grabbed me by my knees.
Yeah, and I thought I could do that.
But
like
you grabbed me more towards like my calf, like underneath my knees. So like there's no fucking upper body. Like
it was so bad. It was so embarrassing. Like
that guy.
what he said something too, right?
No, he didn't. He just looked. Like I fell straight to the floor, and then he like left.
It was so embarrassing.
But it was loud. Like I remember my whole body like just
thud. And I don't know.
It echoed.
I don't know what in my right mind thought that was like okay, you know, like I was like 7th, like this was probably like 8th grade.
Yeah.
Probably around that time.
Danielle was with us.
Was she?
Yeah.
I thought it was just us.
No, I remember Danielle being there because she was like, "Are you okay?"
Oh yeah, she was there. I was so embarrassed. It was so bad. It was so bad, and that's I think what like clicked in my mind. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm too fucking grown for this. I can't.
Well, now every time we see a Disney store,
Disney Springs.
we should take a picture in front of a Disney store and just be like,
is there
"Yeah."
any around anymore?
No, is there?
I doubt it. I think the only Disney stores you see are like in Florida, like at Disney Springs.
So this next story I will talk about. Okay, what? There's 2 more. Okay, I'll do the grandma one. So this is when I was living in Indiana. So this had to have been when I was like no, I was younger than that. I was like 9. Yeah, 9. Well, I was like 9 years old. I'll never forget it because it was that fucking traumatizing. This has to be the grossest thing I've ever fucking done. And I swear, guys, I'm not this gross to this day. So I was living in Indiana at the time, and my mom was like, "Oh, we should go back to New Jersey to go see your great grandmother because she was dying." And so she was like, "Let's go see her." And we went to her house, and you know, my great grandmother, she was like in her like late 90s when we went to visit. And her house was like very awkwardly, like it was a huge house, but it was like really awkwardly like put. There was no bathrooms on the first floor.
Just a second?
Yeah. And there was
Weird.
like 3 bathrooms on the fucking second floor.
God.
So I don't know what that was about. But anyway.
I'm like trying to picture the house in my head.
Yeah, it was a very weird house.
Well, you know, New Jersey and Connecticut, like houses are all like, I swear they're like all like the same thing.
Well, and most New Jersey, or not New Jersey, mainly North Jersey, their houses are 3 floors and the kitchen's always on the second.
Yeah.
And that's the way that house was built. But anyway, yeah, it was. So anyway, so I remember being on the patio and I like look at my mom and I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom. And she's like, okay, like go find the bathroom. Which I don't know why my mom did that. Like, okay, like can you, like I don't even know my great grandmother like that because we lived far from them and like I never saw her. So I'm like walking through this like really creepy fucking house. And side note, this house was really haunted because there were stories of my cousins like sitting in front of the static TV, like talking to themselves, like paranormal, like
yeah, like that one.
Yeah,
scene.
Like there's stories about that. My mom seeing like ghosts in the house and shit. Like it was like a really creepy house. And that's probably why I still remember it. But anyway, so I'm like trying to find this fucking bathroom and I like can't find it. Well, anyway, I find the bathroom and it was like all the way in the back of the fucking house. And I guess this bathroom was like not used much because there was no toilet paper. And I take a massive fucking shit. My 9-year-old ass.
Period.
And I start fucking panicking because I'm like, there's no toilet paper. And like, you know, a 9-year-old's brain is like, how the fuck am I supposed to wipe my ass?
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to do? And my great grandmother, she has these like, you know, those hand towels.
Yeah.
And hand towels like on the sink. And I took one and I fucking wiped my ass with it. And I threw it in the trash can next to the toilet. And acted like nothing happened, right? Washed my hands, go about my time, and I'm on the patio. Well, I don't know why. This is the most embarrassing thing. She's probably looking down on me right now, being like, "Oh, Emily." we're on the patio again, and my great grandmother went back in the house. I'll never forget it. She was gone for like maybe 10 minutes and comes back outside and she goes, "What did you do?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she was like, "Well, I'm missing one of my antique retro, like,
Oh no.
from the fucking, like, 1800s
Oh my god.
towels." And then it's not on the counter, which I was like, "Bitch, like, first of all, I thought that bathroom was not, like,
I was
used."
picturing your great grandmother on like her deathbed.
She was really old.
I was just picturing her like in a bed, like not being able to move.
Yeah,
though.
no, she died really suddenly too. But anyway, um so my mom was like trying to get it out of me, meaning like, "Well, you just used the bathroom, like where is the towel?" And keep in mind there was like 5 other people at this house. Like, because they all lived with her, like taking care of her. I don't know who these people even were, but um I like went to go take my mom, but the people followed.
No.
I'm not even kidding, Sam. I'm not even kidding. So we go to the bathroom and I'm like, "Mom, like it's in the trash can." And she was like, "Why did you put it in the?" She picks it up and there's shit all over it.
So funny.
And so my great grandma was like, "What did you do with that towel?" And like I like couldn't say it was shit, and so I just said that I was like playing with her makeup because her makeup was in the bathroom. And I said, "I was sorry, I was playing with your makeup," and and she literally just like put the towel back on the fucking
Oh
counter.
my god! So people were wiping with shit on their hands. Was that like one of the main bathrooms?
No,
So why are they?
I don't know, and I don't know why everybody was there. And I still to this day, I talked to my mom about that. She's like, "I don't know, like I don't even remember that." I'm like, "Girl, what?"
Do you remember the suppository incident with me?
Oh yeah, oh my god, tell that one.
Okay, so this was probably like junior year.
Yeah.
And I had hemorrhoids, guys. Like I have
We all
hemorrhoids. Like we
do.
all have
Yeah.
hemis.
No
And
shame.
so my doctor prescribed me like the suppositories you stick up your butt to like, cure, because they got like the little vitamins and stuff to like help like take care of them.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that like you put one up there, it causes you to shit like really bad. And so I did that before I went to school. I went home, did the suppository, went back to school. I shit you not, literally. I was in class and I thought I had to like fart. So I was like pushing. I felt liquid spill out of me. I literally ran so fast. I didn't even ask the teacher to go to the bathroom. I just fucking ran. And Miss Seifred, God bless her, she's like my favorite teacher. She was like, "What happened?" I was like, "I can't." I was like, "I gotta go home." And I called my mom. I was like, "I need to come home." I literally told her, I was like, I literally just shit myself. It wasn't much, but it was there.
Yeah.
So I was constantly like trying to wipe. I went to the bathroom. I was trying
Well,
to.
it brings it out.
Yeah, and I was constantly like trying to
Maybe.
wipe in the bathroom, and it was just never ending. I was sitting in the bathroom for like an
Yeah.
hour. And I called my mom and I was like, "That's not my problem. You need to stay in school." And I was like, "You know what?" I straight up was like, "Fuck you. I'm coming home." Like I needed to change.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It was so embarrassing. But I didn't know like a suppository did that.
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever took a suppository.
You're supposed to take them when you go to bed.
Yeah. And so I told my mom, I was like,
Didn't it say that on the package?
probably. I just didn't read
Oh.
it. So, but it was just like so bad. And it was like, you could smell it. It was so, and I was wearing sweats.
Oh no.
Not like, I was wearing like black sweats though.
Oh, okay.
So you couldn't see
They
it.
were like gray sweats.
No, I would never be caught dead wearing gray sweats. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Unless it's like those marble ones that I got from Shein. But like, point of the story is don't take suppositories and go to like do things because like it will fuck with you.
That's yeah.
I had like another situation with like when I was like sick a couple years ago, like when I first got sick a couple years ago. I was taking those like laxative pills, and I took too many, and I think my body just didn't like function right because I literally like again did it, took one, and I was still at work, and I literally looked at my coworker, and she's like so sweet. She was like non-judgmental. We were like best friends at this point. I was like, I gotta go. And she's like, why? I was like, I literally just shit my pants, and I need to go home right now. A part of me was like saying like take my pants off and just drive home, but I was like, no, I gotta fucking. It was like cold out too, so I literally like ran to the bathroom in the store, fucking did my thing, and then like ran home because I it was so bad. I have so many horror stories like that. It's just like, well, not so many. Like I only have like those two,
No,
but
but
those are like the two that stick, and
I
it's
feel
like
like-
embarrassing.
I feel like a lot of people do have like shitting stories, like shitting
It's-
themselves.
I
It
hate-
happens.
If shitting wasn't a thing, I'd totally be for it.
Yeah,
You know, like if I could
so-
just turn that function off in my body, I would. But
That's literally why I hate eating so much.
that's why I'm like afraid of like anal sometimes. Like
Oh, speaking of anal, that's my next one.
no, but like it's so like embarrassing, like especially when you're like getting fucked and you're like make noises. Cause like one of the OnlyFans videos I did,
Mhm.
you just hear,
Oh,
and I'm just
yeah.
like, but like
My
men
pussy
are
be doing that too.
men
though.
are freaks though. They like that
Yeah,
shit.
that's
which,
when
and
you're
it's
going,
a natural thing.
when you're going into a hole like that, it's gonna make noise.
Yeah, but,
where's
like,
where's the air supposed to go?
Yeah, and so like I took the dildo out and just like, and I was like, at least I douched. So like that was another story, but I'm not even gonna bring that one up. So, but I douched, so like it was fine. But
I can't.
it's just like I hate those like I hate sometimes I hate the human body and the anatomy.
Me too.
So annoying. Anyway,
Yeah, well, speaking of anal and shit, this is with my ex, but this one's like it's really short, but it's funny. So this was on New Year's when I first moved to Arizona, and new year, new fuck. So
not New Year, new fuck. That should be on a towel. A handcrafted towel from the 1800s.
trigger towel. We were, getting intimate, whatever. And keep in mind, guys, I'm not trying to throw shade because he's my ex, but he did kind of have a small dick. Like, he really did.
No, he did.
Yeah, like
100%.
yeah, everybody's seen it.
He did have a small
Yeah,
one.
Sam could vouch for me. But anyway, when a guy's dick is pretty small, it slips out pretty easily, like when you're going fast because it's not long.
Yeah.
So, and he like fucked like very like fast too. It was no like motion, like it was just like
Like a vibrator.
it was like a
almost?
rabbit, like when rabbits fuck.
No, but like I know
like,
I get the
thing,
idea.
like you know what I mean?
Jack Rabbit, 15.
Like when they just hump really fast.
Yeah.
So, don't think I'm watching rabbit porn, guys. Anyway, so yeah, we were fucking, and I will never forget it. But I was like on the edge of the bed, like in doggy.
Yeah.
And he was like standing up, like fucking me.
Yeah.
And
Did it slip out?
he was fucking me so fast that it slipped out, and he went to go put it in, and it just rammed right into my ass, and I was not prepped.
Ow.
Not prepped. Keep in mind, New Year's, we just had dinner at PF Chang's.
Ow. Ooh.
Like, full meal. Fucking, I just took a shit before. Fucking, like, I'm in so much pain that he just, like, fully rammed my ass. And keep in mind, it was so fast that he, like, got a few strokes in it, too. So it was just, like...
He literally fucked the shit out of you.
Yeah. And so he pulled it out, and I literally started screaming. Like, I screamed. And he's like, oh my god, what happened? What happened? And I fall to the floor because that's how bad it was. And I was like crying.
Ooh, yeah, he literally rammed your unprepped asshole without lube.
And he was like laughing at me. He's like, oh, you can't do anal? And I'm like, we literally have done anal before. Like, why are you even... Anyway. So,
You don't put a dry dick into an asshole.
Right.
Assholes don't lubricate.
Right. And also, I just had a meal. I'm not prepped down
No.
there to do that. You have to prep for that. So,
Why do you think I hate it so much?
I go to the bathroom and I like get on the toilet and like literally just shit just like pouring out of me
Oh my
because
god.
it was so like
It's like a puncture almost.
yeah. And I was like I was like really scared because like that's never happened to me before.
Yeah.
And again, he was just fucking like laughing at me. So I was like all embarrassed because I'm like, bro, like what the fuck? And there was shit like on his dick, and he was like, "You didn't clean," and I'm like, "Bro,
You fucking rammed it into me unannounced.
like of course there's gonna be shit. No, it's gonna be fucking perfectly ready for you when I'm not when
That's another thing. Like, men think I could just like, because like men are like, do you like, can you drive to me? And I'm like, I'm not doing that because I'm not prepared.
yeah,
You want to fuck me? You can come over here.
yeah,
'Cause I have
It's
all my
prep.
stuff over here. I'm not bringing all of that with me.
no. Oh, let me go douche in your bathroom real quick. Like what the fuck? No.
Like, no.
Yeah, so ever since that day, he would literally fucking bring it up like all the time. Like he would literally fucking talk about it and be like, "Yo, like remember that time you got shit on my dick?" Like, blah, blah.
It happens. It literally happens.
Like-
If he got like so like peeved by that, why didn't he wear a condom?
Or maybe you shouldn't be fucking that so fast like he has a fucking 8-incher. Like, bro.
Yeah, he thinks he can like fuck like that. No, it's gonna fall out, and then
Yeah.
that's why like he like fucking like it slipped. But like I'm surprised his dumbass didn't catch that.
No.
Like the fuck.
Of course not. Idiot.
Man.
Yeah. So.
Like that's so like for him to like laugh about it is just not.
Yeah,
it.
because we dated for like a good another year and a half after
Yeah.
that, or 2 years, and he was still bringing it up. Like even before we broke up, I was like, bro, like this is not funny. Like, did your ass fucking hurt? And you like, you know when you do anal, like your asshole still hurts.
It feels raw.
Yeah.
It does. 'Cause,
So, like-
after Mickey fucked me, you know, and I have the hemorrhoids and the fucking other things. Literally, I remember like going to the bathroom the next day, blood
Yeah.
all over the toilet paper. And I was like in pain all day. Like, and it was just like itchy. Like it hurt. And so I had to get like preparation H. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
So
It's not fun.
no.
And like he's over here laughing, and like especially since I wasn't prepped and I had no lube, I was in pain for a good like week.
Oh yeah. When you're
because-
prepped, it feels good.
Right.
When you're not, it's insane.
Yeah,
It hurts.
It hurts. So yeah, those were our funny, embarrassing
Our
stories.
little anecdotes, as Brie Vandekamp would say.
Yes.
Anecdotes.
Mainly about shitting.
We should become those bears from like the fucking toilet paper
Dancing Bear?
commercial.
Oh.
Not Dancing Bear.
Charmin.
Charmin. Sparkle. But I digress.
Oh my god. Not the sparkle paper towels.
Sparkle paper towels.
Do you want to add that side note in?
I guess I could.
Sammy's...
To make things funny, I used to say I used to like masturbate to the sparkle paper towel lady on the fucking packaging.
It was literally just a shadow of a fairy.
No, it was the fairy in the commercials.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the actual paper towel.
No, just like the packaging. I didn't know if she was on there, but
No,
like
because it was so funny because I'll never forget it, Sam. When you told me that, me and my mom went grocery shopping one day. And I looked at the paper towels and the sparkle paper towel, like
when did I say that anyway? Like high
we
school?
were young.
Were we like seventh
We were in
grade?
middle school. And like the picture on the front was just a shadow of a fairy. So I was like, why is she just masturbating to a shadow?
I don't know why I did that. I just did that for laughs. I'd never
No, I know.
actually done it. But
It's
like
funny.
I think it's because we were like FaceTiming, like somebody was like, I use a towel, and I was like, I use Sparkle.
I clean up with Sparkle.
Please. I masturbate to Sparkle.
And then I use it to clean up.
Please, men that clean up with paper towels is so funny. If y'all heard the silence and y'all know. But
Oh my god.
anyway,
I think he always wants paper towels in the house. I hope you guys are enjoying our side
Just our side
our
notes.
side notes. But I hope you or
I hope you're having a good
I
night.
hope you're having a great day. No.
At least our
No.
nipples didn't fall out of our tops with hair.
Oh, Miss Tremaine. Anyway,
Please.
Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
And thank you for watching the Unfiltered Femmes.
Femmes. Oh, I
Femmes.
thought we were finishing her.
Oh, okay. And thank you for watching the Unfiltered
Femmes.
Period. So. Do I look attractive to you?
Am I attractive to you?
Wow, how'd you get so big?
Please.